from 3 broken PCBs and seeing what electronic parts I can get. Let's get into it. For my 3 broken PCBs, I have firstly a Arduino Nano. This PCB I used for projects and all sorts of stuff, but I kind of short-circuited it and it blew up, so I couldn't use that anymore. Next up, I have a PCB from an old RC car. And finally, I have a random PCB. This one I'm not sure where it came from, but it did have some speakers attached to it, so it must have played music or something. Anyways, let's get into desoldering the parts off these PCBs. Okay, so for starters, I went with the random PCB, and I just want to be clear with you guys, I haven't really used a hot air gun before, so if I'm a little shaky with it, especially tweezers, I'm sorry. But the teardown of the random PCB was quite easy, nothing too difficult. You can see here the only hard part was probably the capacitors, they keep slipping through my tweezers, as you can see. But other than that, this PCB had a lot of good stuff on it, like that micro USB port was really nice. Those little capacitors, which I could probably use in future builds, so see what trouble I had with that one. But other than that, oh, and those switches on the back were really nice for future projects. But yeah, easy teardown. For my next PCB, I had the Arduino Nano. Now, this PCB was a little harder to take down because of those plastic headers. They kind of just melted away, kind of released all these toxic fumes, which wasn't very helpful. But nevertheless, I try to desolder them. And sorry for the bad video quality. It's kind of my first time doing this, but yeah, I tried to desolder the headers. Didn't really work, so I just had to be more careful. But I moved on to desoldering that MCU, and those LEDs were kind of satisfying to desolder. I like that. And then the USB-C was a big plus for me. I like that one. I'm not sure what part that is. Neither the IC though. But those capacitors, resistors, always useful. Couldn't get that part, but I got the capacitor. But yeah, good teardown. For my final PCB, the RC controller, it was pretty easy to desolder. The only hard part was actually just taking off this antenna. It took me, I kind of cracked the PCB in the process, but it took me only like 10 minutes, which was actually a lot of time. But as you can see here, I'm getting better with the tweezers. Definitely a lot more skilled with them now. Not completely. You can see I kind of messed that up, but yeah, I mean, it was a lot of capacitors, a lot of transistors or MOSFETs. You can see here lots of resistors, lots of them. There's really only 2 ICs on the board, which I was surprised. But here I give it a little clean down with some isopropyl alcohol, which was kind of satisfying to see all that nasty flux go away. But yeah.